get funky.
All right, man. Here we are back once again. Welcome to the Bizz, where we are all up in it. As always, I am Daniels D Money coming at you from Simi Valley, Cali.
And I'm Aaron coming at you from San Diego.
Way down there. All right. So what? I know, right? So what's in it tonight? As you can see, as everyone can see, we're representing our squads tonight because our topic involves our favorite sport, America's favorite sport. You feel me? You know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
So what is it?
Andy Dalton to the Cowboys. Raise your hand if Jerry Jones hates Dak Prescott.
Jerry Jones has got some serious issues. I don't know. I mean, what does that say, right? I mean, all right. So Andy Dalton to the Cowboys. What does that say about how he feels about Dak Prescott? Because Dak Prescott, you know, I read a stat today that he has, since he came into the league, since 2016, Dak Prescott is third in the most wins in the NFL, only behind Tom Brady and some other quarterback I can't remember. I read that today. I guess I should remember who the second quarterback is, of course.
Jerry Jones is in a great position if you're Jerry Jones.
Russell Wilson.
Yes.
It's Russell
Since
Wilson.
he came in.
Yes.
Jerry Jones is it's a great position for Jerry Jones because if Dak gets hurt, knock on wood, or if Dak just doesn't perform and is sucking, you have somebody just as good, if not better, to come in. So there's almost no difference. Because, yeah, I'm not going to say this, but well, I guess this is public. Dallas is stacked on offense.
They're always stacked on offense.
They just shoot themselves in the foot. And, you know, Dallas, all they really need is a game manager. I think the coaching change will help that team out a lot. But it is a slap in the face to Dak. Not only am I not going to pay you, I'm going to bring somebody in who's just as good as you.
Just as good, yeah.
Sort of pay him. And now Dak has to fight for that job. That job isn't – I mean, he's the starter for now.
Right.
Because they had footage the other day of Andy Dalton throwing in his backyard, throwing dimes into a hole like that big.
Yeah, I saw that.
You know, so if I'm Dak, I really don't like Jerry Jones.
All right. And I get that. I mean, Dak was holding out, trying to get his dough. And then they franchised him. Is that what happened? They gave him the franchise tag. What happened? And then all of a sudden they don't pay him. They're going to give him whatever they're going to give him, not what he's asking for. And then they turn around and give Andy Dalton $7 million or something. Was it like that?
$7 million for a year. I mean, don't forget. Yes, he's worth more than the franchise tag, but $30-something million is nothing to slouch about.
Well, according to him, he can't feed his family on $34 million or something.
How will we get by?
How are we going to make it on this measly $34 million?
How much top ramen that is? The fact that he said that means he's a little disconnected. He's 20 stupid. Don't forget.
All right, so let me analyze this angle of it. First, let's look at Andy Dalton over the past few years. You know, the Bengals haven't been great. However, whenever he does have weapons, you know, Tyler Eifert before he got hurt, A.J. Green before he was constantly getting hurt, the Bengals, you know, they didn't have a whole bunch of losing seasons. They were playing well. They even would give the Seahawks trouble, right? So you have Andy Dalton, who is a pretty capable quarterback, right? He's losing Eifert and all the other guys. And who's their running back? Is it Joe Mixon? Is Joe Mixon their running back?
Yeah.
When these guys are healthy, they can be formidable. I mean, a couple of years ago, they almost beat the Steelers. You know, if Vontaze Burfict didn't do something stupid, the Bengals probably would have won that game and knocked the Steelers out of the playoffs. So the Bengals have been capable over the past few years. So here's my question. Here's what I want you to think about. You've got your Dallas offense, and they're on fire. Dak Prescott gets hurt, and Andy Dalton steps in with Amari Cooper over here. You got Michael Gallup over here. You got this new dude that they just drafted, CeeDee Lamb, over here. You got Ezekiel Elliott You still have Jason Witten who refuses to retire yet again,
No,
right?
Jason Witten got traded.
Did he?
Jason Witten is not a Cowboy.
Oh, how did I miss that? All right, well, even without Jason Witten, with all those weapons, right? With all
Yeah.
those weapons, are the Cowboys better with Andy Dalton and all those weapons, considering what Andy Dalton has done in the past when he's had weapons in Cincinnati?
They're at least just as good. It's almost like if Dak went down for a game, I don't know if anybody would notice. And that is what Jerry Jones is trying to prove. He can't come out and say, I don't want to pay you because I don't think you're worth it. He can't,
Well,
you're going to lose the player.
Actions speak louder than words, Jerry.
This is true, but, he's – okay, so the problem with being Jerry Jones or general managers, you have to balance all this money because the minute somebody gets overpaid, the rest of the team suffers.
Right.
And everybody knows that, but the players don't care.
Well, but you would think coming into the business, they would know this already. I mean, this is the business, right? We know that if we have a stacked team and we overpay this guy, the rest of the team is going to suffer. I mean, look at the Packers of the last few years. I mean, you can't get to a Super Bowl with Aaron Rodgers. Well, you gave Aaron Rodgers $140 million. That's you have no money for anyone else.
But the strategy, or from the angle of the player, or perspective of the player, is get it while you can because you might be Alex Smith in 5 minutes.
True.
So that's sort of the game within the game. Not only are you on the same team, but you're in competition with your teammates to constantly perform.
Outperform them, stay on the field, keep it.
Yes. To make as much money as possible, because Dak could be done in 2 years, but it'd be nice to have, $100 million in the bank or whatever.
True.
But if you can't, here's how you know he's young. If you can't make $34 million work.
Dude, I can't even believe he said that, like in public with a
straight face.
With a straight face. But I don't know how I can't feed. I can remember the exact words he used, but basically, I can't feed my family on $34 million. Well, dude, how big is your family?
The entire United States chuckled. Everyone, the whole United States.
We're still chuckling.
Oh man.
It's crazy. All right, hey, give me 34 mil. I'll make that 34
Make
mil.
it work.
Oh, please. Make it work for me.
Yeah. But that's his youth talking. That's all that is. And he might have just said it out of on accident, just so happened to be on TV. He might have hated that he said that the minute he said it. You ever say something and go, "Oh my God, I just said that."
Yeah, but how do you even let that fall out of your mouth? I can't feed my family on $34 million.
Not to mention all the commercials. He's making money outside of football.
Right? Yes. Isn't it some yogurt commercial I saw him in not too long ago? And
I think it's, I don't know.
Come on, endorsements and
Metamucil.
football.
I don't know what he's doing.
Well,
but
Metamucil is affecting his mouth because stuff is falling out of that thing, leaking out of that thing. Can't feed my family $34 million. Come on, Dad.
I'm not opposed to the strategy of taking less money. Let's use $50 million as a number, all guaranteed. You know how much money you're getting? $50 million, and you can make money outside of football because you're only playing half the year.
Right.
Whatever shoe sponsor, whatever, you're making more of it. Exactly. And as long as you stay good, you can continue. Like, look at Aaron Rodgers, $140 million. He's still out there, cranking insurance commercials.
He sure is.
Well,
but Aaron Rodgers is older. He's, I think he probably does have that knowledge that this road, this football,
isn't forever.
That's forever, right? I'm sure he's got that very well entrenched in his brain. Hopefully, at his age. How old is Dak Prescott? I don't even know.
He's like 24, 25. I don't even. He's not young, 30. Right? Yeah, he's not 30.
So he still falls under the umbrella of 20 stupid.
Yes.
Okay. Fair enough. He gets the 20 stupid pass.
But this kind of happened to Alex Smith, where they refused to give him a big contract They just kept franchise tag. Happened to Kirk Cousins too. Well, they eventually paid him, but Kirk Cousins hasn't really lived up to the $80 million that they gave him.
Come on, Kirk Cousins. When the
he
Vikings
got the money.
He did get the money, and when the Vikings gave him that money, when they brought him over from Washington, his record was 26-30-1. He didn't even have a winning record when they gave him an $84 million contract. I don't know.
They gave it to him.
They sure did. And
$80 million.
He won a playoff game last year. Good for him.
But he's not. You don't get the sense with a 2 or 3 year contract, because remember that contract after this season is up again, and the Vikings have to sit there and say, "Do I want to give this guy? Already? Yeah, do I want to give this guy more money?
Right.
Even the same deal, which is $160 million."
We could go on and on. I mean, there's so many different topics in football players we could discuss, contracts, money wise, but the buzzer went off, so. Any last thoughts about Andy Dalton in Dallas? What do you expect out of Andy? Think he's going to see the field?
Oh yeah, because if you think Andy's going to show up to practice and just not go all out, because I kind of think he's a little bit above Dak.
So when you say, you think that at some point this season Andy Dalton is going to be the starter?
Well, it's Dak's job to lose. I think Andy Dalton's already better. Because you're paying Dak the franchise tag, you're technically paying him more this one season. You kind of have to have him out there. I can't have a $30 million guy sitting on the bench.
Right, I got you. All right.
But that doesn't mean Andy Dalton, the red meat stick, whatever they call him. Yeah,
the red rifle.
Doesn't mean he can't perform.
Well, again, I'm anxious to see what's going on. I can't wait till we're getting football. I did hear today that they said there will be 17 games, so we'll see if they're going to pull that off.
And the expanded playoff.
And they're talking about, I think they said maybe October, but they're talking about dropping the bye weeks. I don't know. This is just stuff I'm reading.
That's hard to do.
Yeah, I don't. That's a topic.
Not give it. Yeah.
That's a topic for another show. But anyway. Those of you out here, if you like our topic, have any comments or anything you want to add to our conversation, make sure you put them in the comments below. Please like, always thumbs up, never thumbs down. We're trying to give you the biz because, we're all up in it. All right. Signing off tonight, Daniels D Money from Simi Valley.
Hey, Aaron down in San Diego.
And we will see you all soon again. Subscribe. All right. And we out.
Bizz.